Namaste, everyone. Welcome back to the class on Dhyanam. Basic practice for Chitta Ekagrata, which is a prerequisite in a way to make Atma Vichar more effective and lasting. So, all of most who are listening have been householders, grahastas. To them has been advocated some form of daily worship, daily yajna, tapas, swadhyaya, dan in whichever form. These are all not words, they're not hypotheses, they're not speculations, they're not advices. They are oriented to seeming advice, oriented to what is welfare for the jiva who is who is a householder, what is beneficial for them. So there are certain practices that have to be kept engaged, especially when one is a householder. Keeping in mind that the times have been tough in the past, they're easing out for most, but the uncertainty still looms. We started with these sessions trying to make the best opportunity of the time, and by Ishwaranugraha, we did. And the time seems to have passed away without much impact. But the discipline needs to be held for as long as one can. The classes may not continue forever. Till one can, it's okay. But hoping that by then we get into a habit for it. And once there is a habit formed, developed, a daily routine schedule has come around these things, then it'll become easier to independently pursue another point for whoever wants to. So with this, we are doing Dhyanam, and more as a part of our own Nitya Karma. Because none of those ritualistic aspects are now alive in our lives. And by the time we all come to 40s and 50s, averagely, who most of us are, Shastra anyway tells us to now have more of a upasana and gyan state of mind. Gyan definitely highest possible. Otherwise, in preparation, karma is not going to be so relevant after a certain age. So then upasana becomes mandatory, which means all my karmas are mentally oriented. And these are also subtler, these are also better. And so with that, we do these sessions. Our purpose has been in Vedanta, we have seen there are averagely, you can categorize them into 5 forms of meditations. And we are trying to follow the order, except in expansion, I'm coming back to relaxation a little bit because that is a primary. So it is relaxation, concentration, expansion. Once these 3 are fairly well settled in a person's mind in practice, Then comes value meditation, and the last is Nididhyasan, which is Vedantic meditation, which is always kept at the last level, hoping that there is enough Shravanam of Vedantic Vakya and there are no doubts left in the mind, because then that Nididhyasan in the form of meditation becomes meaningful. So we stick to first three for a length of time. Today, this session is probably the 42nd session, maybe Friday more, and we'll take a recall after that. So, Friday, both sessions will be there. Then we'll reassess what needs to be done. So, for now, close the eyes, take a comfortable position. For whoever can do Padmasan should do Padmasan or Ardha Padmasan or Sukhasan. Cross-legged is preferable, but for whatever reason one cannot, that's okay. Second best is sitting on a chair with feet firmly supported. Take a few deep breaths from the nose and exhale from the mouth 5 times. And as you inhale inside, repeat to yourself, Shantoham, Shantoham, Shantoham. Exhaling from the mouth is a preparatory stage for the mind. Taking a few minutes to push away, to resolve away all the superficial thoughts that have been held in the mind while running the day's activities. There will be a carry forward of certain kind of thoughts due to the momentum of Kartritvam. So we take a few minutes as we breathe in and exhale from the mouth. We also take that time to prepare the mind for the present activity, allowing it to gently give up the preoccupation which it was holding in activity in Vyavhar. If the morning session was a continuity in the day, and to some extent you were able to watch your breath and hold it in that peaceful state while conducting day's activities, you will find that this is an easy slip into Dhyanam. With practice, it gets better and better. And that is all that the concern is. There is nothing to resist or think about. Watch your breath, and if it's synchronized, the chest and the abdomen, wonderful. Else, focus a little and synchronize the rising of the chest with inhalation and expansion of the stomach, contraction of stomach and the chest, and exhalation. along with Shantoham, are a great reminder. Asangoham, Asangoham. With every breath in, Asangoham. Mentally watch your feet in details. Linger on it. Just your feet, your own feet. Appreciate the task they contribute to your life. Under your will, they move. But the entire physiology that supports it is not in your will. The shape is not in your will. The structure is not in your will. The size of your foot is not under your will. The arches, the sole, the heel, the fingers, tarsals, metatarsals, the intricateness, the biomechanics with which they support the body weight in ambulation, absorbing the ground force when one walks or jumps, runs. This perfect creation, design of the arch, the whole foot. Just appreciate. Rub it mentally, the soles. Mentally wriggle the toes and watch how you wriggle them. Leave the vision. Watch your ankle joints, where the beautiful tibia and fibula unite to the foot. A thin bone like a fibula. What a supportive role it plays to transfer the weight of your body to the foot. Covered by muscles, your calf muscles. Pound them, rub them. Leave them. Your knee joints. Massage it. Thighs. Low back. How intricate is the back, the spinal cord, vertebral column, supporting the gentle matter, so delicate, and yet holds such refined functions as carrying the nerve cells, which supply the sensation to the lower extremity. It is so soft a matter that the nature's artists have given a beautiful cover of the vertebral column, the bone, It surrounds and protects this spinal cord, because of which the limbs move upper and lower, and all the functions of the body are maintained through sensations. Rub up the back by the muscles with a little pressure from your palm mentally. Tingle your fingers down again to the base of your spine, up again and down. Rub your shoulders. Gaze your arms the way you have placed your palms. Observe mentally the details of your hands. How much they help accomplish. Even the food doesn't reach, it needs support. What all can the hands do best? Just recollect how worthy are your hands. What is the best that they can do? What you think. Observe your face muscles. Relax them. Just observe the breath going in and out. From the nostril. How well designed even the structure of the nose is. With so many small, minute hair and secretory glands to prevent the bigger particles from going in the lungs. The filtration process of air takes place at the nostril in the nose cavity. The master designer of this body. Just appreciate even if we know not what it is. And even if we extrapolate an idea, but appreciation because of the idea is real. That creator of this extremely refined body, functioning in complete harmony by itself, all the functions that are set forth, ascribed to the body, run their cycle without our help, willful. This master creator unfathomable to human understanding and intellect, has its first expression as Ishvara, the first cognition that can be extrapolated by human intellect. Or you can say the peak that can be extrapolated can't go further through the intellect. Ishvara is the highest point for a jiva. Mentally looking down at your own body, take a moment to appreciate how many organs and systems keep functioning without rest to keep the overall body functionally available to this indweller inside. Like a fully serviced, comfortable car is available for the indweller to ride. The indweller hops in and hops out, but the car remains serviced by some unknown entity, always ready to use. So beautiful are the functions possible for the indweller. Appreciating this Ishvara, with infinite hands and heads and feet and mouths and eyes and ears, managing also the sun which gives life directly to the physical aspect of creation. Bring to your mind the solar orb, the evening sun, Sandhya Kal, where it is not so bright as the noon, and it is yet glowing in our perception and experience. Knowing fully well that the sun is not setting, bring this orb in front of your mind and visualize the Surya Devata indwelling this orb. It is the body of the Devata. And the rays of the sun in the form of heat and the capacity to dispel darkness, light, are those functions that this Devata represents. which are directly beneficial. Again, to this indweller who dwells in this body here, thanking, prostrating, to this Surya Devata, chanting the Gayatri Mantra thrice, knowing that it represents brilliance, destroyer of darkness, equates it to intellect and the illumination that an intellect can throw upon, which will be the means for discernment of Atma and Anatma. Om Bhur Swaha Tat Saviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat. Om Bhur Swaha Tat Saviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat. Om Bhur Swaha Tat Saviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. If there are any thoughts, let them be. You recognize the awareness, silence, peace as your nature, and try identifying with that, letting everything else remain as is in your mind. Whatever thoughts come, let them remain as they are. They are fleeting by nature. They come and go. Releasing the Devata and the Sula rock with a namaskar, seeking forgiveness, Shamaswa, for all the omissions. If there be any, they are not known to us. Observe sounds around you or smells or just touch where you are seated. Bring your attention to your breath again at the nostril. Is it not a different nature of breath? Enjoy the Shanti, peace, and also identify it as your nature, permanent nature. To conclude, I will chant Om once. Wiggle your toes and fingers and open your eyes when you want to. How many feel the two sessions are worthwhile? You can let me know. Thank you. Okay, thank you, Nishi. Thank you, everyone. Shubhratri. Namaste.